Hello, 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 and welcome to the conversation with Stevie. I am Dr. Stevie Mills, and this is the conversation. On our conversations, we uncover the why about what people do. So today is not going to be like any other conversation because we talk to the guests in real time. Again, I am Dr. Stevie Mills, and what happens in my life is that I help Christian women to get seen and get paid online. Today we have an extra special, extraordinary guest. I'm excited about what she does in the world. But first, go ahead and introduce yourself, Dominique.
Hi, everyone. This is Dominique Carson. I specialize in helping men and women business professionals improve overall muscle recovery and relieve stress in 2 hours or less. So what that means is that I am an award-winning massage practitioner, journalist, author, and orator.
All right, y'all heard it. First off, it's the 2 hours or less for me. It is the massage for me. It is the award-winning for me. Okay, listen, honey, if she got accolades, well, I'll tell y'all she got accolades. You want to hear this. So tell me about how you got into this field, Dominique.
Well, massage therapy fell under my lap. I was 17. My mother and my father, they wanted to do something different other than just give us, I think, clothes or money. Just treat us something different. So in my hometown, New York City, they took us to a spa called Serenity. And later on, my Italian teacher named his youngest daughter Serenity from the spa. Long story short, I fell in love with massage. I was like, oh, my gosh, this is going to be my self-care. I finally see what my mother was talking about all those years. And it wasn't until my grandmother, God bless her soul, Eloise Grant, that's my Lady E right there, she had aches and pains because she was a diabetic. And I did like this light compression on her back. And that's when she told me I was going to have another career using my hands and in addition to my journalistic, abilities. And when she first said it, I was like, what is she talking about? So I was like, make sure she wasn't biased because, I was one of her special grandkids. I started receiving feedback from my mom, my cousin Jacob, and my late cousin Hassan. And I was like, okay, I think I got something on my hands. I started exploring with it in college. So after 2 degrees, I decided to go back to school for massage. My paternal grandfather gave me $100 for my birthday. I used the $100 to apply to massage school in New York State, and I finished the program in 3.5 years. It was 1,000 hours of service needed to be completed. And I'm here 4 years later, and I just felt like I was literally going to school to be a nurse. That's how extensive the program was. Yeah.
Dominique said, y'all better not play with her. Listen, y'all better put some respect on her name. She just started coming on with some massage. She got certifications in education. Y'all hear that? Okay. We got you. I love how your family stood in the gap for you, though, too. That's important because I know you talked about your grandmother and your cousins and your parents and everybody who was in the gap, your grandfather. I just love that. What has family meant to you on this journey?
Family means
go ahead.
Family means a great deal to me, especially the holidays. My grandparents were like my voice of reason, and holidays are very kind of difficult. This week was 11 years since I lost my grandfather, and then next month be 10 years since we lost my grandmother. And when you lose 2 cheerleaders in your life that has been very hands-on with your life, it's very difficult. That is a tough pill that I still have to swallow over a decade later. And the way that they passed away, it was literally 13 months apart. And one passed when I was starting graduate school. Another passed when I was finishing graduate school. So they lived to see what we talked about from when I was a child, reading the newspaper, daily news, and New York Times, to going to one of the best high schools in Brooklyn because my grandfather was working for New York City Transit and told me the high school to go to not physically be here. It's tough, but I know they're with me along the way. And then it's been 2 years since I lost my paternal grandfather. So family is everything. It's just that you have to find ways to keep their legacy alive and to think about what would they want you to do to keep you alive, to keep the things that you want to do in your life alive. And that's what keeps me moving and grooving. I still have my good days and my bad days, but because who they were to me. I didn't have just a relationship with my grandparents because they were my grandparents. Like, I had a very delicate, special relationship with both of them. Loved them differently. They were oil and vinegar sometimes, but the relationship I had with both of them was just sacred. So that was the first time I felt like my faith was tested. But my family and God, I needed that more than ever when both of them passed away.
Ooh, I can relate. I relate by the passing of my father, my grandfather, some clients in the last few years as well. So I definitely understand. And I think the journey, because it's a journey of grief that happens, a lot of times entrepreneurship and grief have not been talked about in the same sentence. So I just value that because I learned I had to do my best to share my story as well. So you sharing that is very pivotal because, yes, it's a journey that you just go through the waves and the ebbs of. So I thank you for that and want to ask you our signature question here. We have a signature question on the conversation with Stevie, and it is a fill-in-the-blank question. And it goes, Dr. Stevie, we cannot leave the conversation today without everyone knowing.
Okay. That's the question, without knowing.
Yes. Go ahead and
okay.
fill in the blank.
Without knowing that you are a work in progress. Every day you get up, you are a work in progress. As long as you have breath in you, you are definitely a work in progress. There's always room to grow. There's always room to evolve. And I really believe that an old dog can learn new tricks. So I believe without saying you are definitely a work in progress. Even though you have all the favorable aspirations and achievements and accolades, we can always work on something, whether it's spiritual, whether it's emotional, whether it's mental, whether it's anything. Because, in addition to me being a massage practitioner, I understand that healing is my responsibility in all realms.
That's powerful. That's powerful. I want to talk to you about the healing of the mind that happens when people read your books. Tell me about your books, please.
Sure. So I'm so excited about my new book. It is The Whole Entrepreneur, myself, Taria Vision Avant, our book extraordinaire, our book mentor, and 18 other authors. We worked so hard on this. It was a 6.5-month process, and we just give you different tips and strategies on how to deal with career, wellness, work-life balance based on our journeys and still writing the story of our lives. So this was an amazing project. Taria put out her collaboration book, and she was looking for a few authors and speakers, and it was a risk because I have to be very selective about things that I want to do, especially everything falls on me. But I went with my gut and my spirit, and I'm really elated that I did that because now I'm part of the Book Prophets Club family. I'm a 2-time author all-star, and I just build so many relationships with you, Dr. Stevie, Tiffany Teachy, Ernie Peppers. I'm just really, really thrilled that I, participated in this collaboration project because it led to other things along the way. So if you guys have not checked it out, you can look at my Instagram, the link in my bio, and purchase your copy of The Whole Entrepreneur.
Yes. Shout out to all those ladies that Dom just said because they are amazing people, for real, for real. And so I want to ask, how does the correlation between mind, body, and spirit work for someone to become a more productive and powerful person?
Well, it does start with the mindset. It's however you view yourself and you see yourself, it affects your outer. So if you see yourself as worthless, your body's going to respond that way, or you're going to partake in things that you feel like you're worthless or you're not good enough, or it all stems with the mind. So the mind is the glue, and it's the forethought to how you adapt to your soul and your spirit. So actually it all correlates and aligns, but everything starts with our mind. You'd be surprised that a lot of us are prisoners in our own minds. And that's the worst thing to be. So if your mind is not aligned, then everything else is going to shatter down.
That's some powerful talk. Your mind is everything, you all. Like, you have to get your mind strengthened so that your value can increase. And so let's talk about your contact information. I always tell people I love to keep these conversations short and sweet so that people can want to connect with you afterwards. And we are almost at our time for today. So what can people do to connect with you?
I love when people connect with me through LinkedIn, my full name, Dominique Carson. You can look at my Instagram and my massage Instagram, Dom Carson 90, NT Carson LMT. I'm revamping my website, so that's going to be another platform where people can get in touch with me very shortly. And, so you can learn more about my journey and things that I'm doing, and feel like the need to continue the conversation. Those could be some of the areas where I can be contacted.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Dominique. Do you have any final words?
Oh, boy. This is okay. Do your best and let God do the rest.
Amen. That's how we're going to end it today, you all. Definitely make sure you connect with Dominique for everything you need. She is such an incredible spirit and woman. So definitely make sure you do that. The second thing, if you ever need me, just know how to spell my first name correctly, Stevii. Remember that the I's in my name stand for increasing income. You could go to workwithstevie.com. Again, workwithstevie.com. What I love to do, and everything I do, is to end it this way and to say, make it a great day. Don't have a great day. Make it a great day. Why? Because you, and yes, you too have the power to do so. Bye for now.
Okay.